sign Scorpio in astrology represents power. Power is a very tricky subject when you're a Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Midheaven, or Lilith. Here are 10 things I wish all Scorpio dominant people understood about what power brings to their lives. Number 10, people are not going to understand that your power does not invalidate theirs. So when you meet people, there will often be tension for no reason whatsoever. Your mere existence makes people feel uncomfortable. Like it's almost like they irk. It's almost like they're uncomfortable. They want to fight. They want to argue. They just don't want to like you. They don't know why, but they just don't like you. They don't like how you speak. They don't like how you look. They don't like how you move. They don't like how you do things. It just makes them feel uncomfortable because guess what? Power is uncomfortable to those who don't have any. Your confidence has a way of exposing people's weaknesses. And unfortunately for you, they will see your confidence as invalidating to their experience, even though you yourself are not trying to make people feel small. Number 9, other people's partners will often be attracted to you. People will be in relationships fairly happy. You come around, suddenly one person in that coupledom is flirting with you, and they make you out to be the bad guy because Scorpio exudes a lot of sensual and sexual energy. This is not something Scorpio can help. It's not something Scorpio is trying to do. They're just very magnetic. They're ruled by Pluto, the darkest planet in our solar system. So there's something about them that feels very attractive, very appealing, very magnetizing, almost irresistible. And people who are in partnership get around Scorpio and lose their mind. And the other person in the coupledom starts having issues with Scorpio as opposed to having issues with their partner. Scorpio dominant people, let me know in a comment box how often does this happen to you guys. Number 8, don't be sneaky with someone that has Scorpio dominant energy. There's no reason for it. You're only really eating away at your credibility because there's no way that you're going to be more sneaky than Scorpio. Just think about it. Number 7, confidence and high self-esteem is not something that can be obtained by proxy. Oftentimes people will be drawn to Scorpio because they don't care in terms of like speaking their mind, standing their ground and being who they are, however different that may be and weird and commanding and bizarre and mind-bending it is. They're okay with their weirdness. They can sit in it. So they will naturally attract a lot of people that are insecure about their own identity, their own sense of importance in the world. And these people come in at first very excited that Scorpio is how Scorpio is, but then they get very threatened by Scorpio's energy. They want Scorpio to kind of reel it in so they can feel better about themselves. What I need those people to understand is that your confidence is not going to come from hanging out with Scorpio. It's going to come from you working on examining and diminishing your insecurities because you were born confident just like Scorpio. It's just you allowed the world to take it from you and they refuse to let anyone take it from them. If you have work to do to improve how you feel about yourself, that's work you need to be engaging in. But do not befriend a Scorpio because you think their confidence is going to rub off on you. It won't. They're not that energetically generous anyways. People love to invade Scorpio's privacy and boundaries because they always suspect that Scorpio's lying about something. They always think Scorpio's up to no good, Scorpio's causing trouble. There's something sneaky going on with Scorpio that they can't figure out, and they feel very threatened by this like mysterious energy. And sometimes that energy can be so consuming because Scorpio is a fixed sign. So when people feel a certain way about Scorpio, that's just what it is because Scorpio is not changing. So they have to either decide whether they want to like Scorpio or not like Scorpio. But what's not going to change is Scorpio is not going to be somebody else. So oftentimes what happens is that they come into Scorpio's life trying to prove to others that Scorpio is a fraud. And in doing so, they just reveal their own mental illness and insecurities. Scorpio has a way of breaking wide open people who have deep-seated emotional issues that they have not dealt with. Scorpio is able to see past the veil. Scorpio sees through the dark. Whatever you think you've been hiding, Scorpio knows. And the games that you play with other people that they can't see through, for Scorpio, all of that is child's play because they play at a much higher level. This is why I don't recommend messing with a Scorpio if they're not messing with you. Scorpio also tends to attract a lot of jealousy and envy from people precisely because of this God-given power that they carry. Scorpio again represents power in astrology. They carry divine power. Their power is innate. They are able to survive so much. That's really how their power is given to them, is because they've gone through the fires, they've gone through the storms, they've seen the hell, they've laughed in the devil's face, and then they had lunch and discussed their nicknames with each other. Scorpio is afraid of no one and nothing. And very few zodiac signs can say that. And that power comes from being broken into a million pieces so many times and picking themselves back up, because Scorpio is literally the trauma zodiac sign. I know other zodiac signs go through trauma as well, but for Scorpio, the trauma is very intimate and it's very personal. And it starts at home with their mothers and their fathers and their siblings. Scorpio dominant people all have grown up in households with relatives that were envious and jealous of them, like relatives that were supposed to love them. You think you can break somebody like that if they manage to come out of that and be amazing? Being jealous of a Scorpio is not original. That's just the energy that they carry. And if you're a Scorpio dominant, you need to know this about yourself so that when people start acting funny with you for no reason, you know where it's coming from. They can't help it. Number 4, abuse of power. If you are a Scorpio dominant person, abuse of power is a common theme in your life. Again, because you represent power, people think they can come to you and take it from you. And that's what they're all trying to do when they get in your energy if they are insecure, which I'm sorry to break it to you, Scorpio. Most people are not going to be as strong as you. Most people are not going to be as secure as you are. It just comes with the territory. And in trying to abuse Scorpio's power, you're only revealing to yourself that you think you're powerless, because a powerful person does not abuse other people's power. I mean, think about it. A powerful person is already content, satisfied. They're sitting pretty. They know who they are. They know what they have nothing to prove. But a powerless person, yes, they love invading others' privacy. They love violating boundaries. They love abusing power, because it's only in abusing others that they get to feel good about themselves, which, you know, when you think about it, is very sad. True power cannot be taken from you because it comes from your resilience. That's the thing about Scorpio. Their ability to compose themselves under extreme circumstances is really quite rare. And people assume that they do so effortlessly because they make it look easy, you know? And they don't understand that it's really God-given. It's their spiritual divine gift. This is why you can't take it from them. You can never break a Scorpio because they're born from fire. They're ruled by Mars and Pluto. You really think you're hotter than fire? I mean, come on. Unlike other zodiac signs who are scared of pain, Scorpio understands that pain and pleasure are on two ends of the same axis. You know, it's all on a continuum. Like, you know, I feel really good about this. I don't feel as good about this. I feel blah about this. I feel bad about this. I'm freaked out by this. Like that level of intensity from pleasure to pain to, oh my God, this causes me so much pain. It's all the same. It's all on the same axis. So Scorpio does not feel fear, because to them, being afraid of pain is the same thing as being afraid of pleasure. The countless violations that they've survived is where their power comes from. So pain, in a way, is a gift to Scorpio. This is why Scorpio is considered the alchemist of the zodiac, because they're able to take everything and turn it into power. Not just the good experiences, but the worst of the worst. Which takes me to my last point. Number 1, the worst thing you can do to somebody who is dominant Scorpio in their chart is lie to them via betrayal. Betrayal is Scorpio's worst sin. If you're Scorpio dominant, part of your spiritual journey is healing from the betrayal wound, which is very common with you guys. Once you've betrayed a Scorpio, there's no coming back from there. It's on for life. It's enemies for all of eternity. It's just done.
You can book your astrology reading at intuitivehealing.com. You can also watch videos at Intuitive Healing here on YouTube for Astrology 101 content. Listen to the Aquarius podcast on Spotify, as well as here on YouTube for your horoscope. If you're interested in astrology and love connections, you can visit at Styled Under Libra. And of course, for health and wellness and holistic healing, visit at Styled under Virgo for all of your astrology content. Thanks so much for watching.